I'm not the techie guy. It's this guy.
Yeah. So I'm actually the tech in the podcast.
Yes.
So anything to do with tech, marketing, all that stuff, I do that. This guy's the DJ.
I edit too.
Yeah. And he edits because he has a YouTube channel. So
I like to edit.
And then, like he is the one who, taught me how to DJ. Welcome back to another episode of The Clever DJ with Ilya
and Nino. What's going on, guys?
What's going on? We have another confession to make. So, dealing with lots of files and sometimes some things can get lost.
Yep.
Yeah. It happens, right?
Yeah, it happens.
So
it's happened in the last episode as well.
So we have 2 episodes that we are re-recording, but it's actually a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting like a bonus episode and then another bonus. So 2 bonus episodes. So we lost 2 video files. It's okay. It's a happy accident, okay?
No, it's not happy, but it's okay. It's fun.
And what did we learn?
We learned to
back up everything.
Yes.
So
I'm not the techie guy. It's this guy.
Yeah. So I'm actually the tech in the podcast.
Yes.
So anything to do with tech, marketing, all that stuff, I do that. This guy's the DJ.
I edit too.
Yeah. And he edits because he has a YouTube channel. So
I like to edit.
And then, like he is the one who, taught me how to DJ. And then, so beginner to pro, but then I'm the pro in tech. It's fun that I can teach you something too. You're too busy though to learn it properly. You have too many things going on with such a huge business too. Like it's too much. Well, clearly you're doing something right. So today's episode is, like we said, we already recorded it. We're gonna still keep it up on all the other platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere else. It's gonna remain the same audio that we had before. The video version, though, for episode 15, which is ways to make money from DJing, will be a different rendition of it, just because we are re-recording it. So yeah, you get 2 of them. If you want to listen to both, listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like to listen to your episodes, and to the podcast, and then you can watch the other version, the video version. Only episodes 14 and 15 will be different than the original 14 and 15 on the other ones. But yeah, you get two extra episodes. So there we go. So we have a list here of 11 items. And yeah, we actually experienced all of it. All of it. That's all from personal experience. Or someone who works closely with us. So number 1 would be renting out your gear.
Yes.
You do that a lot because you have so much gear.
I have a lot of
shelves and shelves of gear.
Well, especially because I have a company. Sometimes I provide the gear to my DJs, especially if they don't have it. So it's a good thing to rent out your gear. You make use of it while it's not being in use. So especially if you have doubles or triples of the same thing. If you're not using it on the same day, you can literally rent it out. I have dry ice machines too that I rent out. I have 3. So I usually use 1 sometimes and then rent out the other 2 to other DJs all the time. Yeah,
and when you have so many of the same thing, you can give it to your good friends that you care about so much.
Giving. I'm very giving.
I did I use your QSCs? I didn't have speakers back then. What else did I use?
What else did I give you?
Well, so I don't know. What did you give? I got these Mojo headphones.
They had my sweat.
So every time he'd like give me his headphones during the gig, because I had my own headphones, but sometimes he would just like share his with me. And I'd be like, oh, that's so sweaty. And I'd be like, well, it's your Mojo. I'm just going to put it on my head, and it's gonna seep into my head. I was like, just trying.
Better DJ. I always laugh.
Very gross joke. It was gross. It was so sweaty. Man, you sweat.
Man, Yes, I
But
love
it's
to sweat.
because he tries so hard to make it a fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I sweat because I care.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I got the headphones from you. I replaced the pads here. That was too much already to keep the other ones, and they're falling apart.
Yes.
And you gave me those speaker stands, the metal ones, the really nice ones. What else?
I don't know.
I think that's it.
Think that's it. Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, obviously, when I had to borrow something, when I just started out, like my first couple of gigs, he helped me out, especially if it was like your events, right?
Yep.
I also allowed him to use my lights, my expensive lights. He needed me.
I needed you.
What episode was it?
It was once in a blue moon.
Yeah, it was like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
really one of the first ones.
Yeah.
We've done. Right?
And then you needed me again. What was that for?
I don't remember, man. There was only. I think it was only that one time though.
You need me quite often. I make your gigs better. Come on, you gotta admit it.
Yeah, you take fire videos.
Yeah, it's fun. Like it's so much fun. Like those, it's just a fun time. We're having a great time together.
So rent out your
Rent
gear.
out your gear. Yes,
That's
rent out
one
your
way.
gear.
That's one way of making money.
So if you, for example, just want to get into this industry and you don't want to be a DJ, but you still want to kind of benefit from the AV industry, all you got to do is invest in some speakers, controllers, right? Lights.
It would be beneficial for you to learn how to use everything though that you rent out.
Obviously, everything you rent or sell, you need to know how to,
Use it, yeah.
You need to understand the equipment. But I'm saying you don't have to be a DJ to make money from this kind of equipment. It's just that when you're a DJ, you might as well also kind of act like an AV company that also rents out the equipment.
Yeah.
You already have it.
Take a look at Long McQuaid, right? They're huge now. They made a living out of literally renting out equipment.
Yeah. So if you own that stuff, I mean, we used to work with with the other DJs I was friends with. They worked very closely with an AV company, and that guy, I don't know if he used to be a DJ or whatnot, but shelves and shelves and shelves of equipment, right? And every day, everything got rented.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not everything, but a lot of it got rented every day.
It's extra money.
Yeah. So that was his company. That's what he was doing, just AV. But if you're a DJ and you have it, just rent it out, right? But be careful who you rent it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could lose lots of money from that, right? If people don't use it correctly.
If they damage it, of course.
Yeah.
Too.
Number 2, sell your skills and talent. Teach one-on-one or groups, and you can also do online courses. So
There's different ways that you can that you can sell your skills. Like, yeah, online courses. You can teach. You're teaching now too, right?
yeah, I started teaching.
As a beginner, it ingrains in your head, so you teach someone else. So it actually teaches you the fundamentals. It keeps it in your head. So
Yeah, I started teaching absolute beginners. They've never seen a controller in their lives, or they bought one 2 years ago and they never touched it.
Yeah.
And I show them the ropes from start to finish. Just the beginner level and the intermediate level, and it takes a while to get through the beginner level to begin with. So it's not like it's 2 lessons and then boom, now you're going to the more
yeah,
complex stuff. You're stuck in that level for a while. And what I did find pretty interesting is that it was way easier for me to teach a beginner than it was for you.
because teaching a beginner, you guys you understand what they're
I understood.
learning, how the learning curve is too as well.
Yeah, I am teaching them so
understand
much
that.
faster because it was different, right? It was different when you were teaching me all those in a way that I had to translate that information to myself to understand it first. And then I tried both methods on them. I was like, let me try teaching them the way you taught me, and then let me try teaching them the way I think a beginner should be taught. And it's much easier for me to understand the stuff that way. So
Yeah,
it just worked out.
It makes sense.
And so I'm doing very well with them. They're learning quickly. They're happy, and it's not a lot of money, right? but it's pretty cool, right? I feel good. I'm teaching them something new, and I'm getting value for my time.
You're learning too as well. Yeah.
Online courses, you can make a lot of money from that.
Yes.
So
It's a good way to make passive income. Like after you put in all the work, it just keeps paying you over and over again.
yeah, I took so many different courses, but the most expensive ones were music production courses or DJing courses, and some of them were the ones that you pay like $300, $400, $500, and you have the instructor actually joining in, the person that you follow on YouTube or wherever, usually on YouTube, and they'll join in like once a week or twice a week, and you'll get one-on-one with them or in a small group. And you see that course running every 2 or 3 months, just recycles. And every time a class gets filled, it's up to 30, 40, 50 people, sometimes 100, depends on the type of course, the type of platform they're using. So imagine $300, $400, $500 times 30, 40, 50, 100 people every month, 2 or 3 months, depending how they recycle it, how they cycle it.
Yeah.
Amazing passive income. And it's not like they don't do any work, and it's just, I did it once and now I don't have to do anything about it anymore. There's marketing, there's, making sure the course gets updated from time to time. They do have to show up if they have a segment where they're working with the students. There's different things, right? But they have a whole team. So
Yeah.
for the most part, this is passive income.
Yeah.
Incredible passive income. So teaching one-on-one or groups and online courses. Amazing ways to sell your skills and talent.
Yes.
Number 3, organizing your own parties. So we're on at the stage of organizing a party, and obviously you may not even break even on the first 1 or 2 parties. It's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of things, a lot of steps you have to go through to actually throw a successful event. But once you learn it, once you went through your first or second or third event, at that point you already understand the flow of things and
how things go. So it makes things easier moving forward as doing other parties, right? You learn the connections, you make the connections, and you just use those for the next events.
Yeah, and you understand who are the best DJs on your roster. You know what's the best lineup. You understand what are the best ways to promote and how to get better deals from the bar, and learn the business better, and then you more than break even. You make thousands of dollars per event, right? And it's fun. It's just a different way to have fun as a DJ. And again, you don't have to be a DJ to do this. You could just become a promoter or an event
organizer.
Organizer, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good way to make money. Again, be careful with that one. Lots of legalities, things you'll have to make sure that you sign contracts and have certain agreements in place, because there's a lot of things that could go wrong, especially when there's alcohol involved, potentially drugs. You have no control over that sometimes. So you have to make sure you thought about everything. So it's more of an advanced step, but it's definitely something that we should mention. Number 4, be a mobile or a wedding DJ.
Yep, that's primarily what we're doing.
And I can see how much money you can make from that.
You can make a lot of money if you do a good job. You get great reviews, and have a great team. You can make a lot of money.
That's extremely important. So care about your clients, care about your promotional material, your online presence, and have a team, because at some point, great, like you have a great client, you deal with your clients in a very professional and fun way, and they all want to hire you because also you have amazing reviews. But then how are you going to do everything yourself? You have in one weekend you have like 15 weddings,
Oh my God. Yeah.
and sometimes it's not just weddings. There's 14 weddings, 2 birthdays,
Birthdays, anniversaries,
There's just
corporate events. Yeah.
up to 20 events sometimes.
Yeah, it's too much.
And you do the 2 or 3 that you chose to do yourself because they chose to hire you. They're saying they don't want anyone else but you.
Yeah.
So you do those, but then the rest go to your team. And I mean, we all know how it works. You pay them handsomely, but you obviously will get the bigger share. You did all the work to obtain that client, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's happy, and then you made a ton of passive income.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 5, sponsorships and endorsements. That's you probably need to be a bigger, like higher level DJ for that, or you could do podcasts, just a YouTube channel, anything. But
Yeah.
there's so many
There's so many
sponsorships.
sponsorships. You can get sponsored in different ways too, not even just monetary. You can get sponsored with products and
Right.
stuff that
You got that.
would like to endorse. Yeah.
Sometimes you get to keep it. Sometimes you get to test it, and then you have to sign NDAs. Make
Yes.
sure
Yes.
sign an NDA that you're not gonna say certain things or.
Leaks certain things beforehand, but yeah. There's different ways of making it work. Endorsements as well. That's what we talked about before, right?
A lot of people confuse between sponsorship and endorsement, so I have it written down here. Sponsorship involves a brand providing financial or material support to an event, organization, or individual in exchange for brand exposure and association with the sponsored entity's positive qualities. Endorsement, however, involves a public figure. Endorsement involves a public figure using their reputation and influence to recommend a brand's product or service. The endorser typically appears in advertising campaigns or speaks positively about the brand in exchange for compensation. So, both very, very great ways to great ways to make money and also build a relationship with a company, a brand
That you believe in,
and someone
that you want to work with, and
someone you can that you scratch their back, they'll scratch yours.
yeah, exactly.
Lots of different interesting relationships you can develop. Now, number 6, selling downloads. Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, this goes hand in hand with, like, if you're a DJ, sometimes you're a producer, right? Sometimes you make your own music, you make remixes, and create like bootlegs, right? So a good way is to actually sell your downloads. If people are looking for your music, sometimes you put it online somewhere, and they're like, "Where can I buy this?" They want like an actual file that they can keep. Right, so they're gonna ask where it is. You can sell it on your website.
Would be a
or
DJ
wherever.
record pool.
Yeah, a
Right,
record
if
pool. You can sell it to the record pool, and they can give you commission on the downloads that you get. This is a plethora of different ways that you can make money off of that, right? And
Yes.
original music, right? If you're a producer, sometimes you want to get it out, and being a DJ is one of the best ways to get your music out there to the masses.
Yeah, a lot of producers became DJs because they need to actually promote their music.
Yeah.
My friends, I have some friends in the States who did that.
Huh?
Yeah, they knew nothing about DJing. Their manager said, "Listen, I got you guys a gig at this club. You gotta come and play." And they're like, "What do you mean? How are we gonna play?" And so somebody had to teach them.
Play your music. Yeah.
And they DJ'd very basically, but they DJ'd a show.
Yeah.
All the people who follow them on YouTube, like tens of thousands of people, some people showed up to the club, and they had a great show.
There you go.
So they're not DJs first, but that was a means to get exposure.
Yeah.
Number 7, physical merchandise. T-shirts, CDs, mugs, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and that's something that we're gonna do in the future as well. Like sell our own like T-shirts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're already thinking
Yeah,
about
well-
the concept and stuff.
Yeah, we're still building the brand. We're here more for right now. It's more about the content and building a relationship with all of you.
For sure, but it's in the works.
It's gonna come, right?
For sure. And
when
that's-
you'll want it, it'll be there.
Yeah, you guys want it now, huh?
So yeah, number 8, corporate events.
Corporate events. Well,
That's
this
a great
actually
one.
goes hand in hand with like mobile DJing too and wedding DJ. It's the same thing, like doing corporate stuff. Corporate events have actually more bigger budgets to pay out for DJs and stuff. So it's a good, really, really good, great way of getting income. And usually they will get you back. It's not like a wedding where it's a one-off. Corporate
Yeah.
clients usually will get you yearly,
It's
and
usually
sometimes
a return client.
sometimes a couple of times a year too as well.
Yeah, for different events. Schools too. Like, would they be considered corporate? It's hard to say.
Yeah, no, I'd call them schools. There's
No?
there's a difference. There's a difference.
It's still an organization.
It is, but they don't pay as much as well.
but they
because
do
their budgets.
hire you 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
And then through the schools, and I got asked several times, increase from the school, the parent teacher board. They would say, somebody would look for a DJ, and they'll say, oh yeah, we have. You can contact the DJ who DJs for our school, and then you get more gigs through that. Especially if you're a beginner, that's a great way to get more gigs. It doesn't pay much sometimes, but definitely a way to build your client base.
yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And I love corporate events also because usually during the time of the year where there's not any weddings or there's less weddings or less other events, you have the corporate events to fill it up.
Yeah,
Fill up
yeah.
your calendar.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 9, streaming. That's like one of the main ways I knew people used to DJ, right? Before I started.
Yeah, well,
Twitch DJs.
It got big during COVID, especially because there were no events happening outside, right?
COVID DJs.
COVID DJs, yes. It was another way to support like the income, literally online. Twitch is the most popular platform, right? There was Instagram, Facebook as well.
All the live platforms.
Yeah, so it was it was really big, and DJs are still on Twitch live.
Yeah, because
platforms.
you can do this on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, but Twitch somehow became the go-to place.
it was more of a gaming platform, but DJs integrated their sets into it. It's cool.
And they use certain software that works very well with it, right? Yeah. So I believe OBS works very well with
OBS.
it. Yeah. So that's number 9. Number 10, radio work.
Radio work. Well,
Radio work.
Well, this is obvious.
You are
like-
listening to the Clever DJ.
Yeah, literally, you can work for a radio. Being a radio DJ is very, very popular, and it gives you a lot of recognition in the DJ world, right?
Yeah, and I said, I think in the previous the original recording of this episode, my friend worked at a pretty popular radio, like on a very popular radio channel,
Okay.
and man, does it not pay much?
Yeah,
It pays okay, but you got to work your way up,
of course.
and man, is it a cutthroat industry. You really need to know how to handle yourself. There's going to be everyone breathing down your neck, trying to get you in trouble. Or it's crazy. Like it's the music industry. So
Yeah.
watch out.
Watch out.
Gotta have a thick skin. But radio work, lots of fun, lots of stuff to do. Radio DJs, a bit different than what we do,
Of course.
but still another avenue.
More of a personality on the air, right?
Yeah.
But
Another one, and I'm sure you see it everywhere. Everyone's trying to sell you their course. Affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
Hey, stop! Don't scroll. Let me teach you something that nobody else taught you before.
Exactly.
But
Right?
it works. It really works. I don't know if I'm endorsing any of the courses online, specific ones you saw. I don't know which one you may be looking at, but it works, right? Like
Yeah.
if you have a website,
You have a website, you leave the links at the bottom of stuff that you want to sell
or on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, so many places that you can put it, but it works, right? People usually click on it, especially if you have influence in your field.
Yeah, and people want to support you, and people believe you, and they trust you and your links, right?
Yeah.
And generally, I think we said it last time too. If you're gonna actually do this, if you're gonna have affiliate marketing embedded into your business, let people know that the links you are providing them to certain products are actually gonna result in you earning a certain commission.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? It's
I think you have to do that. It's like
Do you?
law.
Is
or
that a
something.
rule?
I think it's a rule. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to go over that before we start. But yeah, that's a great way to make money. You're already using a product. You using it is already a way to prove to others that it's useful, and then you can very easily maybe either show it on your podcast
Show
or
how it works.
show it, on a video, YouTube, anywhere, right? Like
Yeah.
quick way to show that you should also get it.
Yeah.
And then you're pretty much endorsing a product. And,
Yeah, it's endorsing it. Right?
and then you're making money for it because you sold it to them.
if they click on the link and buy it from you, right?
Yeah, for example, let's say somebody wants to get a 360 camera. They've been thinking about it for a while, but they're not really looking for one right now. And then they watch your video, and then you're like, hey, look how I recorded my entire DJ set.
Yeah.
I use this 360 camera. And then maybe you'll explain about how it works and how you can get them a better deal because you have a special link. And yes, they'll help you earn some money, but they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm sold on it.
Yeah.
And then they got the product, you got some money.
Convince them because they like you too, right? Because they watch your videos all the time. So yeah, they buy the product and then it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, win-win.
So, another way to make money.
Yeah, so there's just so many more ways. These are just 11 that we wrote up last time, and we just want to go over them one more time to give you this YouTube version of the episode.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining another episode of The Clever DJ.
Bye, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.